Yo. Hello. Everyone, okay, cut that out. All right, get that out the way. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody is doing good. Another episode of ACE of Spades Podcast. All right, I'm your host, Marcus, aka E. Okay, what you got me, lunch, you got me, baby. You know what I'm talking about? What do we got on the agenda today? Okay, so what today we will be doing is, you guessed it, the way of the superior man. Okay. So for those that may not know, I have dabbled and dabbled in a lot of things, and I've created a couple of channels. And one of the things that was a hot topic was relationships. So I decided to dive into that in hopes of kind of correcting some wrongs or answering some questions. And so what I found out was that it's a lot of people talking, not a lot of people listening, right? So what happened was I was just like, yo, like let's get our house in order, right? Our house being the men that were on the panel. So I'm like, hey, let's get our house in order. Let's make it happen. All right. So that's what I did. First thing I did is I wanted to go out and find some help books, right? So one of the books that kept popping up on the radar was The Way of the Superior Man. And so yeah, that's how we got to this point. So it's been an experiment. It's been I'll tell you what, man, it's been a pretty cool ride thus far. Right. Some things I got, some things I didn't. But the things focusing on the things that I did get, it made sense, right? Those things definitely made sense. And has helped me in my own personal life, man. And it's crazy because I have friends who talk about a lot of the topics that are in the book. And I'm like, yo, why don't you just come watch the show and you'll get some of those information? But not everybody is into this, as I'm finding out. A lot of people, there are some great people that have crossed our paths while doing this. But I've lost some people too. So I'm looking to get it back going, making it happen. I'm probably going to do something a little bit different with the book. I'm going to probably wrap it up a little bit faster than I anticipated. Because there's another thing that how I originally started, and it seemed to be a lot more entertaining than self-help. Because I really did want to deep dive into some of these things, but yeah. So I'll probably be looking to do something a little bit different. So I'm not going to keep you guys here too long. We're just going to go ahead and go over it and make some of the things happen. All right. Let me see what this is. Okay. All right. Somebody see, some people came in and they think they left. But before you leave, if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, they say it helps the channel grow. Just appreciate it so much. It's okay to leave. Just hit the like button first. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get right into this thing. Sorry, I got multiple screens I'm trying to work. You know what I'm saying? One man band right here. Uh so that's how I pretty much got into this. And what I was hoping to get out from it was definitely help for myself and help for others, right? That's one of the reasons why I embarked on it. So it has definitely helped me. I can't speak for anybody else, but it definitely has helped me. And I'm realizing, based off of the people who don't watch the show in my life, a lot of the information that in this would have definitely saved them some of the trouble that they were in. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get this thing started. So what we're doing today, this chapter is chapter 25. Know what is important in your woman. All right. So know what's important in your woman. That's kind of, I don't know what that necessarily means. So let's dive into this. All right. So there's usually a little synopsis in there in the book. Here goes the book right here. That's the chopped off. There goes a little synopsis before we get into the meat of it. All right. So the little synopsis says the feminine is the force of life. The more masculine a man is, the more his woman's feminine energy, as opposite to other qualities, will be important to him. All right. So let's go ahead and check this thing out, man. It starts off by saying when you are looking for a woman, um, business partner. Wait, hold on. What the hell? if if you are looking for a woman, oh, okay, yeah, that was right. Like that sound kind of weird. If you are looking for a woman's but business partner, you probably want certain qualities in her, such as financial acumen, dependability, and the capacity to persist in the face of difficulties. In order to achieve a goal, um, in order to achieve a goal, if you are looking for a woman friend, you probably want an honest companion, humor, and respect, right? If you are looking for a consort, you probably want a woman who freely embodies and expresses feminine energy and love. All right, that's what they're talking about. All right. So the more you seek a woman who gives you everything, the less you get of anything. All right. Business skills are, for the most part, masculine skills in both men and women. The book says friendship is itself a neutral, non sexual matter. All right. And sexual passion requires a clear polarity between your masculine core and your woman's feminine energy. When you don't prioritize the purpose of your relationship, these different energies often cancel each other out, and you are left with a sexually neutralized alliance. Right. So um yeah, I mean I think that was a lot. That was a lot. So yeah, I think that let me move this over here real quick so I can see, get a better picture. All right. Yes, so I agree with it. I think that if you're from my experience, if you're looking for someone to be if you're a man looking for a woman to be everything, that's kind of, a hard pill to swallow, and it's kind of unfair as well. You know what I mean? Because um, you know, um, that's to be everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's going to work. I think that there could be a core thing that you guys are. You know what I'm saying? Like if you guys are business partners, which I've talked to young men, and it seemed like they want to get their lady, bring them in. Oh, she's great on business savvy, da 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 da, but then they still want the romantic piece after that, but the core of it seems to be business. So I think they bump heads a lot of the times because it's a confusion on which when to be which, right? So there's a lot of confusion on that end. So I think that's kind of what they're talking about right there. All right. You can. Oh wait, hold on. Let me see. Oh yeah. So it goes on to say that you can share many aspects of intimacy, business, friendship, partnering, our parenting, and sexual passion only if you choose a single polarity, or a single priority to the relationship, and allow all other activities to align themselves around the main purpose for being together. Yes, exactly. Right. So if we start off as as a business partner, right? Our the core of us is that business relationship, right? Same as if you just start off as friends, right? Sometimes it's hard because you'll know. I deal with a lot of a lot of people of age, right? You don't have to say how old you are, but we know a lot of people of age. Thank you. Whoever hit that like button too. Thank you. Where they start off as friends, right? And then they try to make the pivot to romantic, and it's not the same. It doesn't flow the same, right? And I think that's because, you know, the center, the crust of their relationship was friendship, and with that, there's no um any romantic things in there, right? So once you start moving on to that, I think that it could definitely I can see how that could create some issues. All right, well, please let me know what you think. You heard what I had to say about this part of the topic. Now I can't wait to hear from you and hear your opinion on this part of the chapter. All right, feel free to let me know if you agree or disagree with what I just said. It doesn't matter. All right. And like always, please do not forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe, and turn on the notifications so you know when we live. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and keep on keeping on. We're gonna move on to the next section here. All right. Oh shoot, was that it? Okay, yeah. So the next part is talking about over time, sexual polarity and attraction will diminish. You will become, you will begin eyeing other women as a source of rejuvenated feminine delight. The same delight you have smeared out in your intimacy by oblonging. I know I said that wrong. Let me see. Where's that word at? I I always get tongue twisted on this. There's another word in here that I'm just not going to be able to pronounce. Um, but yes, your woman to be everything for you, all blurred together. All right, your business partner, your so you want her to be your business partner one moment, your friend another moment, a mother this moment, and your lover the next. Eventually, the deep gift becomes lost in the ambiguity of your relationship. All right. Um, moving on, it goes on to say that in other times, the cultures, I'm sorry, in other times and cultures, you might have had multiple intimate partners, each fulfilling a different purpose, each partner contributing different skills, functions, and sexual energies to the whole. In our modern world, however, polygamy is not much of an option, okay? For social and psychological reasons, most men and women of today want to limit their intimate scope to one committed partner at a time. Although, if entertain the notion of multiple wives or at least a mistress or two, each fulfilling a different purpose. All right. Whew, that was tough right there. All right, so let's go. Let's look at that one real quick. All right, so yes, I think that I don't know. You know what? Actually, I do know. I talked to a few men on the panel that we had before, and I think for the most part, I think that that is pretty accurate. That most men wouldn't mind obtaining more than one woman, especially especially too who facilitates other. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful world it would be. And it's so crazy because I think that I think your lady would get enjoyment out of it as well, being that she won't have to take on every role, right? Or a lot of those roles at least. And that because there was a time a while back. I we had somebody stay with us, right? Not anything like that. Not nothing crazy. Don't give her she's a roommate. All right. It was a roommate. She came to stay with us. It was the best thing ever because she took on some of the duties. Like she was cooking and she was a fire cook too. She was cooking, she was doing her thing in that kitchen and cleaning and all kind of, just really just helping out. And it was such a great feeling, you know what I'm saying, to have that help. I'm pretty sure my wife also was like, man, I'm glad I ain't got to worry about food today, and it tastes good. It'd be one thing if somebody was cooking and it didn't taste that good. But yeah, because we had some other people come stay with us, and that was a whole nother story. Yeah, I don't know if he on here, so I ain't gonna say nothing, but you know who you was. So yeah, so I can definitely see that being a thing of where it picks it up, and as also not only do it help pick up some things, but it helps relieve some things as well. So yeah, I can definitely see the ideal of thinking about that. Because moving on, because you expect your intimate relationship to serve as many purposes, it begins to veer towards the utilitarian. All right. By constantly by constantly talking about finances, work, household, and children, you turn your woman into a neutral companion. You become so familiar with each other that the mystery of sexual enchantment become standardized into a ritual mechanic of kisses, strokes, licks, pumps, spurts, and snore. You begin to long for the depth of desire you once felt with your woman. This is the part I can't, this is the word I can't pronunciate. It's basically like domesticate. All right. But it's domestic domestic city. I can't say it. Domestic. No, it almost came out. Domestic. My tongue just ain't doing it. Ain't doing what it's supposed to do. But basically, domestic chores and duties replace mastery, and talk replace the tumble. All right. Yes, I definitely do agree with that. That you do, like, it fizzles out, right? It fizzles out. You've been in there for a long time. You've been doing your thing, right? It kind of starts to fizzle out because you have all these other obligations on top of that, right? So it definitely starts to kind of fizzle out, and I'm sure a lot of men out there experience not just men. I'm sure there's a lot of women that also experience it, that also would love to have that back, right? But goddamn, I mean, man, look, you gotta be realistic too, right? If you guys been together for a long time, it's going to be hard to have mystery. It's going to be hard to have um, that, that thing, right? Because I think that's the beauty of it, really. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of women out there that probably disagree with me, but I think that's an accomplishment. If you get to the point where you guys are pretty steady, you know each other, ins and outs. I really think that's an accomplishment, because there's a lot of people that didn't make it there, right? They over there still chasing the thrill, so they out there with who know who, what, where, when, and why, right? So they still out there chasing the thrill. So I think that, yeah, I think it's a good thing when you do, get to that point. But I mean, I can understand the want for the spiciness as well, right? That's something that a lot of people want as well. So I think, I can see both sides of it, right? Um, all right, so it continues on to say, yet, if you have a strong masculine sexual essence, you will need frequent refreshment by the power of strong feminine energy. Okay. Or else you will begin to feel weary or burdened by life. You may seek this rejuvenative female energy in a few beers, a few rounds of golf, a few girly magazines, or perhaps your favorite long massage and walk on the beach. All right. Although these and many other means uh, con- temporarily relaxes you and puts a smile on your face, few of them can arouse you in a deeply in heart and body. All right. As the uncompromised force of feminine sexuality offers by your radiant woman in love. I agree. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I agree with that. If you ask me, do I want, a cold beer or a woman, I'm gonna choose a woman. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me no, you can keep that beer. And I ain't even really into golf like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I did top golf one time. It was a good time, but not over no woman, man. So yeah, I'll stick with my radiant woman in love. You feel me? Um so the book goes on to say that you are the only one who can decide what is important to you in your relationship. All right. You are the only one who can clarify yourself, um, clarify for yourself what the purpose of your intimacy is. If you decide, however, that the purpose of your intimacy is the passionate transmission of love, the rejuvenative healing of sexual energy, and the cultivation of heart through your mutual commitment and spiritual awakening, then be careful. Don't force your woman to be call your own on call accountant. Okay. Don't expect her to always help you with your financial problems, like your career, like a career consultant. All right. Don't emphasize the daily chores while disregarding the bodily transmission of love for days and days. Don't squash the fullness of your feminine energy, of her feminine energy, into merely functional roles. All right. Your woman has the capacity to awaken your heart and fill your body with love. You, however, must give her the opportunity as well as the fullness of your masculine transmission of love. All right, that was a lot right there. Woo. All right. Hey, goodness gracious. So yeah, that's what was said so far. Woo. All right, so I somewhat agree with this as well. Um, you got to pick a lane, man. You got to pick a lane. You cannot have them, necessarily just doing, you know, everything, handling all your business and, uh, expect that same feminine energy to be flowing the way that it does. You need to, if you're looking for that spark, right? Uh, you might need to solidify it in a romance category, you know, and let everything else fall around in place while you do that. All right. Going on, it says if you want your woman to be your spiritual and sexual consort, not just your housemate, you must skillfully maintain your household and livelihood so that the potency of your union is not diminished. She can be the mother of your children as well as your business partner, as long as the functions do not uh, cut into the primacy of your purpose to serve one another enlightenment through your awakening commitment to love and to enliven one another's core by the bodily transmission of love via sexual polarity, right? So the sexual polarity thing, we already talked about that many, many moons ago. All right. So, lastly, um, the book goes on to say that when these two aspects of your loving spiritual awakening and sexual transmission become diminished by your daily duty, you will both begin to seek elsewhere for daily refreshments and fulfillment. You will seek feminine energy in the form of a six pack or a mistress. Your woman will seek masculine direction in the form of social cause or a masculine style career. Your relationship will become regulated and a well-meaning partnership of domestic duty. All right. This may be exactly what you want, or it may not be. In any case, though, you must know what is important to you, what is the purpose of your intimacy, and align all other activities around the essential priority. Um, if you want your intimacy to maintain and increase its potency for both of you. All right. So yeah. Yee. That was kind of quick. I kind of got through that one kind of quick. I'm looking to do this a little bit different. So because I feel like it's good. But I don't I think the reading um might keep it there for a little bit too long. So what I'm gonna look to do is I'm gonna look to read and cliff note this thing. All right. Because we're only halfway through and I don't see um yeah, I'm gonna probably cliff note this. Um so yeah, but that's pretty much the show. Thank you for coming. I got special shout out to Martiana. Happy birthday to you. You shouldn't be watching this. She's real young. She shouldn't be watching this, but just in case you hear it, your mother playing it on a loudspeaker, happy birthday. All right. Thank you all for coming through. I appreciate it. Until next time, man, y'all take it easy and I'll see y'all next week. All right. Peace out.